Good morning, YouTube. I'm gonna start on the VW today. I ordered some tires last night, so I gotta run down to Summit Racing and pick those up. And then I've gotta get these off, these wheels and tires. I'm gonna check the brakes, make sure everything's good down there. Oh. I took out a bunch of wiring yesterday that I thought was all for speakers. Turns out, not all of it was, because the car wouldn't start. So I had to go back, look at the pictures I took, and start adding stuff back in slowly, and now the car starts. So it's still an absolute mess under here. And this is gonna take quite a bit of work to clean, organize, and just, it's a mess. But before I get this up in the air and get the wheels off, I need to make my very first modification. And I need to find a good, oh, yeah, I think that's where it's gonna go, right there. 1 second. All right, first modification done. What the crap is this? Look, what? I don't even know. Just as I suspected, it's literally been brushed on. And not even in the center. Like, what is that? Come on. All right. Like, there's lazy, and then this is like a new level of lazy. But we're getting our first look. Okay, pretty cool. Fairly, I guess, decent shocks. The rubber looks good, so all right. Bushings on the steering look good. Things are looking up. Oh, that's another thing. I got to figure out this horn issue, because it worked when I picked up the car, but after I was messing with wiring, I lost the horn. So that's on the list today. I'll get this stuff kind of cleaned up, check the pads. I'm gonna get the wheels painted so they can dry while I'm gone, picking up the tires and a new battery. I gotta pick a color. These are kind of the colors that I thought might look good against the patina. So obviously we've got a bright yellow. That could pull some focus. I like that. One of my favorite colors, blue. I dig the blue. This is actually the color that I used on the DeLorean wheels. So that might be kind of cool, keep it low key. And then obviously I could do like a metallic chrome silver. I think I'm gonna just take this one out of the mix for sure. And now I'm left with deciding between these three, which I have a hard time deciding. All right, I painted them blue because I really like blue, and I had a full can of blue paint, and I think they'll look cool. So the best part about having like a ratted out kind of car like this is I don't have to sand these or sandblast them or anything. I just Kryle on it. Who cares? And these are old tires, so I don't have to tape anything off. Just send it. I mentioned earlier that the red paint was like lazy, but the fact that somebody took a brush, took a can of red paint, and then took the time to actually paint it on the wheel probably isn't that lazy, I guess. I mean, because I did this faster than it would have taken somebody to do that. Maybe I'm the lazy one. I have arrived at Summit Racing, and this is the first time I'm using this curbside thing. Yeah, I just have to text or call your order number and parking space to, oh God, I can't even read that.
Thanks for calling Summit Racing Curbside Pickup Check-In. We will need the following: your order number, parking space number, ID, and the credit card used to pay for the order. After you check in, we'll pull your order and deliver it directly to your vehicle. Please stay on the line to complete check-in. Someone will be with you as soon as possible.
Is this actually going to be a real person?
For calling Summit Racing, do you mind if I place you on a brief hold?
Sure.
Yes, thank you.
I should have said yes, I do mind.
All right, thank you so much for holding. How can I help you?
I'm at the curbside pickup, space number 1.
I have that order activated for you. Should be out shortly, okay?
Thank you. All right, it's 11:23. Let's see if this is actually saving time or who knows. I will say it's saving money doing it this way because if I walk in there, I'm more likely to find more stuff that I want and spend more money. So this is probably like a really safe way to do this. I feel like if you walk into places like this, you should just give them like a $100 bill at the door because you're gonna spend a minimum of $100 anyway. This guy's literally been driving around the parking lot just revving his engine. Oh, you guys crack me up sometimes. Look at this dude recording him with his phone. Well, I mean, look at me recording with a GoPro. Woo! 11:41. Those must be my tires. Here we are, finally. New tires. I got 145s up front. We're doing the 165s out back. See how they look without the chromey homies in the middle. And if I don't like it, then I'll stick them on and let's just wing it. Pads are good on the brakes. I still haven't figured out the horn, but also haven't hooked up the new battery. So we're gonna have to get started with that. Much smaller. Whatever was in there did not belong. I'm gonna get the wheels on, get this thing down on the ground. Then I'll hook up the battery and we'll kind of go from there. And hopefully I'll have a horn. I really just want to kind of cruise this thing around the neighborhood and see how she does. I went ahead and just put some black in there. I think it kind of makes it pop just a little bit, but keeps it pretty retro and rat rodish. Made a couple stickers. I got the horn working. There was some weird like fuse block thing with 2 fuses that were burnt out. Thankfully my neighbor came over and he heard them clicking. Pulled this door card off and actually put a, I don't know, armrest handle, whatever you want to call it. That's off of one of the extra panels that I got, so I just needed to source one of those. I can put one on that side. I got a brand new battery. We're pretty much ready for its maiden voyage. And that'll be down to the gas station. So we'll see how that does. If it makes it, great, and if it doesn't, well, that's gonna suck. Come on, Gauge. Come on, Gauge. Yeah, gas gauge does work. That's awesome. All right, very cool. Tachometer works. This is the cylinder head temperature. We got our oil pressure is good, and just a little clock over there. Cool. So far, so good, man. This thing's just fun. I mean, it's a little tin can. You feel every bump in the road, but I really don't care. Got my first compliment at the gas station. Yeah, this is just a cruiser. I love this thing. Success on the first test drive, first real test drive. This thing is so much fun. Couple things that I'm gonna have to look into and see about fixing. The shifters just feels really sloppy. Now, I'm not an expert at VWs, but it doesn't feel like it. I don't think it should be that way, so I'm gonna look into that. And the clutch, it catches so high, like you are damn near off the clutch pedal by the time it engages, and I don't think that's right. I could be wrong, but I don't remember my Bradley ever really feeling like that with the clutch or the shifter. Those are probably the 2 biggest things that I need to really tackle. Other than that, everything else is gonna stay as is, and just it's so goofy. I just love this thing. Thanks for watching. Stay hungry, stay foolish.